episode 120. You ready?
Let's
What
go.
up? What up, Jobins? How we doing? Guess what? We're at like 3.14 subscribers.
I know, it's amazing. Thank you, Jobins. Awesome.
Well, isn't that kind of cool? Because we're from the 314.
Oh, the
This
area
guy.
code
This
from
guy.
STL. I feel it.
So shout out to all you Jobins. We appreciate you guys always tuning in and watching. And I'm already going to say it right away. Sorry about the spoilers last episodes. I read the comments. Boy, were they heated at me.
I mean,
I
I
deserve
feel
it.
like, yeah, true. Sorry, Jobins.
I know it was
but
me.
we
It was
do
me,
it
not you. It's all me.
every time we spoil these movies, though.
know.
And it's like, hey, probably spoilers ahead, guys.
Yeah. Should we just spoil Guardians of the Galaxy 3 right now? Just kidding. Just kidding. No.
Yeah, do not. Let's not spoil that. Let's not spoil that.
Whew. You've had quite the busy weekend, my friend.
Yes. Had a lot planned. Went on another date, Jobins. It was pretty
Where'd you guys go?
interesting. I'm wearing an anime shirt, too. We went to the Anime Arizona 2023. So it's an anime convention. I'd never been to, like, really anything besides the fan expos
Yeah, I've
for,
never been
for
to an
UFC, which would be the most comparable thing, I guess. And it was, yeah, like I said, in Mesa. And then there was all these stand-ups. Bro, anime conventions are a trip.
Yeah?
There's, like, Jobins. There's people dressed up as, I couldn't tell you.
Did you get any pics?
I got one picture that I'm going to post later with a dude who has a chainsaw for a head.
Oh, okay.
And then he
that's
has, like,
cool.
chainsaws. I didn't know how to pose with him, so it's kind of an awkward photo.
Uh-huh.
I definitely was like, it was sensory overload. And I was like, what do I? There was so much going
Were
on.
there people, like, tall and massive in costumes?
There were big people in
How
costumes.
many people do you think were there?
Probably, if I didn't like, I'd say 700 to 1,000 maybe.
I want the exact number. No, I'm just kidding.
Approximately, yeah.
Yeah. That's
But-
cool. That's a lot of people. And how many people? Everyone was dressed up, or was there a lot of people not dressed up?
Most people were dressed up.
Damn.
Yeah, most people.
Damn. So did you kind of feel out of place, out of pocket?
Not really. Everyone's super nice there, you know, like really polite.
Uh-huh.
There were so many people that stopped and was like, "Oh, excuse me,"
Aw.
and I was like, "Oh,
That's cool.
these people are nice."
Did you know any of the characters? Like, how many characters were you like? I have no fucking clue who you are.
About 97% of them. About 97%.
That's cool though.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. You guys went. Do you think you ever will do it again?
I told her to. The girl I was with. I was like, no. I probably won't go to
Did you have
this.
to look at your notes for your opinion?
No. I was looking at. Honestly, though, Jobins, it's like a 2-hour wait just to see the lady that voices Naruto. I just wasn't down for that, especially on a date. Like, you don't want to have them in a line for 2 hours. So
Well, I think that's the whole point of going. You know what I mean? Well, did they have any?
that's true.
So, like the UFC Expo, did they have any like other attractions or like shit you could do on the side?
That was the most fun part to us, is like going around and looking at all the like setups they had. They had like a bunch of pop figures, ones that were signed to.
Oh, well, I would have just bought one of them, but they were probably hella expensive, weren't they?
Only like $70 for a but there was no pop that I wanted on there. If it was like Naruto signed over there, I would have done it. But
Yeah.
and then there was like, oh my gosh, the craziest thing,
Mhm.
bro, you would never guess.
What?
They had freaking this dude was wearing a shirt of just naked anime chicks kissing each other on his shirt, and I'm just like,
Well, I'm sure there's got to be.
there's kids and stuff here too, dude. There's some perverted aspects
Dude, anime is so
of
sexual.
anime.
Anime is so sexual. What are you
So
talking
sexualized.
about? Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Like, I'm talking, there was like one where it was like she was dressed in like cow ears and shit,
Yeah,
and
they
like,
get freaky.
dude,
Have you ever seen the Instagram anime girls?
Eh.
It gets even wilder.
there's kids at this thing too, though.
I know.
You know that, like,
Should there be a? So do you think there
like
should be
Dragon
a little,
Ball Z fans. And
So you
shit.
think there should be a little age restriction on these events?
I think they need like a little black curtain or something.
Maybe a little
so you
kid
get to
section?
the adult side,
This is the
because it's
adult
just
side?
all in the mix.
Were there ass cheeks everywhere?
Yo, yeah, there was some salutes.
Why are they sleuths when they're just having fun doing their thing? They're having fun.
Dude,
They
dressed
just so happen to
dressed
look really
nearly
sexy.
naked.
That's the anime.
But there wasn't a lot of people dressed like that, honestly. I only saw like 3 or 4
Mm-hmm.
women that dressed like that.
There you go.
But
Ugh.
I wouldn't take my parents to an anime convention, that's for sure.
I would actually love to see Dio at a fucking anime convention. I would like to see you dressed up as someone. You guys next time maybe just go get dressed up and have fun with it. Get wasted.
There's one thing I'll
go
say
with you. We'll get dressed up.
to all you Jobins is like, it's a really nice community. Everyone was, I felt like a safe space, you know, the whole area. So if you ever do go to one, it's pretty inviting.
I've always wanted to go to the ones where like they have actors. Like Jason Momoa came to St. Louis one year, and I was like, oh, I want to go do that. But then it was like $250 just to get a photo with them.
You have to pay to get photos and signatures and stuff for the people that you're going to meet. Not 200, but it was like $70, I think, for a photo.
See, it should be like the UFC fan expo because, we paid the lesser amount ticket and we had to wait in line. Didn't get the chance to meet everybody. But if you had paid for the better ticket, VIP ticket, you would have met everybody. And that's right there, boom. You pay that amount, and then right. And then you go up and you actually meet everyone. You don't have to pay more to meet them, and they sign shit for you. You didn't have to pay more to get signed, and you just go down a line.
True.
So that's how, I don't know. I feel like that's how they all should be.
Man, I feel like we could have done so much more at the UFC fan expo too if we hadn't waited in those lines also.
And we were inexperienced. And shout out to the Jobins that I fucked as well with us.
Oh my God. Are you talking about when we waited halfway through the line? And
dude. I didn't know how it worked. I'm like, okay, so we're restarting. Should we go try and get another line? And then, no, that was not the move. You stay in the line you go in, and you don't fucking move.
Right. I didn't want to commit to a line yesterday either.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys had a good time. Mm-hmm. And then you guys all went to the basketball game.
That was epic, Jobins.
Give me a recap. Give me a good recap.
Bro, it was Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
After work, I get off. Me, Brock, and Blake.
Uh-huh.
We go out to the Footprint Center in downtown Phoenix. It is a vibing time. It's Cinco de Mayo. We go to the sushi place, and like across the street, there's a freaking like live concert going on, like Latin American. It was cool as hell. And then on top of that, after we're done eating, we go into the stadium, right? And Jobins, I'm not going to lie. I know that not everyone is going to watch it, but like, I wish I had my dab pen on me. I was able to sneak my dab pen inside by putting it in my wallet and then putting it with my phone and got right through security. Pretty crazy.
Tell the Jobins house to commit crime.
No, I wanted to give a little tip there. It was pretty fire.
That is a good tip.
But we went into the Footprint Center then, and then we got a couple more drinks, and then we sat down at our seats. We were pretty high up, but we were looking straight down the center. And then when they introduced the players, it was sick, bro. They had the fire shooting out, and then you see the players running out too. It was dope. And then like, man, just to see Kevin Durant and Devin Booker go off, and
you kept posting stuff.
Suns in 6.
And
Suns
every
in 6.
single post was Suns in 6, dude. I was dying. I didn't go, Jobins. I didn't have the money for it this time. So I just stayed home, but I kept up while you guys were there, and I was just seeing who was winning. I was like, damn, they're seeing a hell of a game. Yeah.
Dude, first basketball game ever to go watch, me and Brock's.
Yeah.
And then it's just crazy it gets to be a playoff game like that. And
can you imagine? Well, you can't imagine. I can't imagine. And I saw all the videos you guys were posting. It looked sick.
Dude, oh man. And even the attractions at when they do commercial breaks, Jobins, and then like it was so sick because like there was the gorilla mascot that everyone hates on. I like him. And then he was dancing. He was dancing. There was a little gorilla and like a baby gorilla, and like the three of them were doing dance moves. I was like, this is cool.
Felt like semi-pro. I'm envisioning semi-pro.
In a way, like it is like that. Like it's fun.
It's fun.
And then it was a fun time.
I'm glad you guys had a good time.
And the Denver Nuggets fans in front of us were like, "Oh no," they were nice too, but like. They were getting a little upset when their team started losing. Suns at 6.
So the game 4 is tonight or what?
Yeah, Sunday night, like it's game 4.
So the Suns you're predicting the Suns win the rest of the games?
Yes.
Suns
I have a
6.
bet on them still, Jobins. If I put it on the series, they have to beat them, and then I'll get $180 out of 40.
Why does that seem so not like you should win way more?
Well, I mean, it's like I don't know. It's... When I placed the bet, those were the odds, and
interesting.
I was feeling it.
That'd be crazy if you called it. That'd be cool. Well, that's sick, man. By the way, back to the anime thing. I love how you're wearing a shirt of a show that you love, because Brenden got everyone a shirt. He got Sono and Brock one because they all. What's the show again? Naruto.
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 yeah. Naruto. And
So
this is Shikamaru.
sorry,
And then I'm Shikamaru. Brock is oh my gosh, Brock's Kakashi.
Uh-huh.
And then Blake is Sasuke. Yeah, we assigned each other characters like on the first episode we watched, and now we're like 70 plus episodes in easy. So
Well, it's funny because I remember when I love shirts like that. I think that's really cool. But I love how this is a spoiler for you right now. If you were to read your own shirt right now, the show, some parts would be spoiled for you.
this is true.
I love it. I love it. I love it. When I was reading The Walking Dead, when I was still enjoying the fuck out of the comics.
Great comic.
Yeah, the comics are so much better than that horrible show. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
But I was wearing Free Negan way before Negan was even in the show. No one even knew who Negan was. And I was like wearing this Free Negan shirt. I thought it was cool. It was a fire shirt.
That is.
But it was kind of opposite because I'm like, oh shit, this is spoilers for everyone else who doesn't even know yet. You know what I mean? So I felt like I was kind of like, yeah, don't you want to know what this is about? I'm a nerd. Yeah.
No, that's badass.
But I love those shirts.
That's like me before Dune came out and I read the book first.
You're so excited. God,
And now Dune 2's coming out, Jobins. Get ready.
Tell them excited. How excited are you?
How excited I am for
Yeah.
Dune 2.
What do you think's gonna happen?
I'm gonna reread that book, man. That's how excited I was.
How many? Is there gonna be 3 of them?
If they do, well, this one would cap out the first book. It feels like.
Really?
So-
How many books are there?
There's several books.
Really?
Yeah, and I really have only read the first 2,
Uh-huh.
and the first book was way more massive than the second book. The second book was only like 300 pages.
Mm-hmm.
The first book's like 700 plus.
Okay.
But the second book would be, I can't do spoilers because
Yeah.
a lot would happen.
Yeah. I'm gonna work on my spoilers too. Sorry about that, Jobins. But yeah, dude, we gotta get into it, Jobins. Last night's UFC fights. Holy fucking shit.
That was crazy.
It was such a good night. You were with your chick for the prelims, dude. Early prelims had 3 good knockouts. This guy, I gotta get better on saying names, Jobins. I want to get better, and I know I'm already gonna butcher this one. So how?
You got this.
Yeah, Ikaram.
Ooh, Ikram.
I'm just gonna say his first name, but I didn't do my notes for the last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm kicking myself because I wish I would have. We lost our parlays last night.
Oh, yeah.
It was not a good night of parlays for us.
You know what? Brock said it was true.
Mhm.
You know, don't keep making more parlays after the first one goes out.
Yep.
And then we just kept making the same fights, and then we just were on a bad run.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that for a while. But at least we were only doing $5 bets. We do low bets.
Mhm.
Nothing crazy, Jobins. But this dude, UFC debut, dude, he's 30 years old, and he had fought Hamzat before. It's his only loss.
That's a tough fight.
And apparently all the other guys he fought were really good. So like this dude apparently is big hype. Good knockout last night. It's interesting. I think he needs to climb fast. But I had no idea that he had already fought Hamza and shit, and I bet against him.
Damn, and he knocked out his opponent.
Yeah, the dude, there was 3 really good knockouts. And this other dude, so Parker Porter, dude, he fought Braxton Smith.
Oh, heavyweights, yeah.
Yeah, this dude was massive. Braxton Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Massive. And it's just crazy, dude, because it's just it was a night of game plans. Like always. I'm not, Schmitty, that's every night in the UFC. But you can really, I don't know, something last night. We had really high-level fighting, and then we just had some crazy like game plans that just didn't work out for some fighters.
Ooh.
Braxton was one of them, dude. He came out fucking swinging, going crazy. It was working at first, but then his cardio fucking shot. Parker ended up winning by TKO.
Oh, damn. That must have
Yeah.
been a good one if it was back and forth.
But yeah, dude, that's just one of those things where it's like, if it would have worked, there'd be so much hype behind him. You know what I mean?
Like the Raul Rosas Jr. fight.
Yeah, and heavyweights, dude. Them heavyweights, any fucking punch that can just put you down. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That's such an interesting division right now, too, with Jones and then like Sergey coming up.
Well,
That's
Jones
scary
is saying
dude.
he's only going to do one more fight.
Mhm.
I wish we had more.
Yeah.
Verna fucked our parlay. First fight of the night.
Jandaroba, right?
First fight of our parlay night of the night. Marina Rodriguez, classic fucking grappler beating the better striker. Because when they were standing up, Marina was looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
But she lost. And our parlay was gone right away.
There it goes. Then we're still gonna make another parlay.
Yep. And then we're like, you know what? Let's just make another one in a couple fights. And we lost it again. Chaos Williams versus Rolando Bedoya. Dude, that kid came in with so much confidence. It was crazy. What a fucking debut.
Mm-hmm. That was definitely a good fight.
We were all looking at each other like, dude, the confidence this kid has on his face right now. And he looked really good. Even though he lost, I think he looked really good.
Chaos Williams is a scary guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. He hit so fucking hard. I almost thought that could have ended in a draw. Am I crazy for that?
It was hard to judge that one.
It was. But, yeah, I'm excited to see Rolando come back and fight someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. Matt Favola versus Drew Dober.
Wow. There it goes. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah?
Dude, who would have thought Drew Dober could get it like that? Because, we always said his chin was unbeatable, and he gets TKO'd.
Yeah, he's not an easy guy to put away.
Man, it's like you can't blame the ref for the stoppage either. I think it was a good stoppage.
Was there people talking about it?
Well, I feel like, definitely Drew Dober was like, had his hands up and was like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he took the shot, but he kept getting punched and then.
Yeah, I thought it was done.
Mm-hmm.
I think Steamroller deserves some respect.
Definitely.
Yeah, because he looked really good, dude. I think he's just gotten better. So it's really interesting to see who he gives. He keeps calling for that Patty fight.
That was fun. I like that he does that.
Oh, yeah, he wants it real bad. I think it's a really good, fun fight. Patty was saying, though, that he'd be lucky if he even fought this year.
Oh, is he injured?
Yeah, his ankle's injured. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know if he gets that fight. Because I bet he wants to fight again soon.
Ooh, but do you give him that? I'd be like, I don't know if we should have you fight Matt.
Yeah. Dude, the whole fucking rest of the kid, he's on killer. Patty's on killer row right now, no matter what. He's got to go up, and they're all killers.
That's true.
Yeah, and Steamroller's getting better. So it's like, if Patty wants to be champ and Steamroller ain't going nowhere, might as well do it, right?
Let's go. I'd go for Steamroller.
Yeah. Dude, such a big win for him last night, dude. Crazy. And I think right away, I felt like he respected Drew's power because right away it felt like he hurt Matt in the first round, and then Matt came back, and then I think he started really respecting Drew's power, and then he just got in there with those punches. Dude, I was so happy for him. That was really cool.
And do you think that it did a disservice to Drew, knowing his reputation and like being like, oh, I can take these punches, and maybe being less defensive for that reason? Because
I don't know, dude.
But he always takes shots, it feels like. Bobby Green gave him some good ones.
Yeah.
And then, so Matt's got some power in his hands
yeah.
to put him down like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Matt. That was fire.
Interesting to see. Definitely be interesting. All right, main card. Charles Jourdain versus Kron Gracie. Everyone, again, it's like the, what's his name? Ryan Hall effect. I'm going to say the Ryan Hall effect.
I like it. I know.
You got this game plan that just did not work. Didn't work at all. And Jourdain looked really good. And you know what he kind of reminded me of? Dustin Poirier with his striking. Like years ago, Dustin. I don't know why.
So he's got time to develop. He's saying like he
Oh, dude. I thought he looked good last night. And Kron hadn't been back for a while, so that was just tough. It's again a thin line of when like a game plan, you think it's either going to be brilliant. If it works, it's brilliant, and if it doesn't, it's horrible.
Well, you know what I like so much about Gilbert Burns is he doesn't do that bullshit where he's just dropping the guard right away just to try to do jiu-jitsu like a warlike bitch move. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but I'm happy Charles Jourdain won for that reason too. And like you're saying, that game plan, it's like it's mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
So don't drop. I'm just like, I was happy that fight went the way it does because I don't like that kind of game style.
Yeah. Yeah, you hated Ryan Hall. I like it because if it works, it's like beat it, just like you say all the time. So people are just beating it right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if it works, it's like we'll beat it.
True.
But and there's other people who just stick to like certain types of skills. That just so happens to be one that isn't the fan favorite. But yeah, Warlike does pull guard all the time like a little bitch.
You're right, though. It can work.
Yeah. Because, obviously when you have no hands like Warlike, you don't want to start standing up. So it's okay. dude. But this fight right here, I always say the bantamweight's one of the most stacked. Featherweights too right now. Featherweights are on fire, and this is really interesting. Mazvar Evlov, did I say that right?
Right.
Diego Lopez. Dude, Evlov 17-0 now. 17-0. I think our boy, he needs to get some finishes. If he were to get a good finish against a good opponent, I think he skyrockets.
Dude, that Diego Lupa put him in for some troubling times.
Dude, that was a fight. That was such a good fight.
Those submission attempts, those knee bars I think he had on him, dude, those were like stretched and extended. Damn.
Yeah, we were like, dude, that's going to fucking break.
Arm bars?
Those are the ones where you're like, you almost look away. Where you can like feel it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I try not to think about those moments. But yeah, dude, I like Mazvar. Good striker, good grappler, high fighting IQ.
Agreed.
And you know what's really fucking interesting right now is no one in the top 10 besides Max and Yair are the only ones who have a win right now in the top 10.
That is an interesting stat.
Alex, I guess we won't really count right now because he fought above the weight class against Islam. So we just won't include him right now. So it's like, you know what I think would be the fight?
I'm listening.
Max. Max was talking about wanting to fight Zombie. I think that's another good fight too. Zombie versus Max, but I think also Zombie versus Mobzar would be good.
Man, I feel like those two guys would probably want to fight each other though, huh? Because Mobzar's not ranked yet, right?
Well, I think he's cracked the top 10 now. I think he's number 10 or something.
Okay. That's a scary opponent.
Yeah, because it's like, if you're coming off a loss, do you want to fight that guy? Especially in the top 10?
I think Max takes any fight, though.
Max takes any fight.
Anytime, anywhere.
Max will take a fight anytime, anywhere. Dude, let me read you the top 10 right now because this shit's crazy. So you got Alex, number 2, Yair Rodriguez, who aren't Yair and Alex fighting. They're fighting. They're scheduled to fight.
Nice.
So we got to put them to the side. Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, Arnold Allen, Josh Emmett, Calvin Kattar, Korean Zombie, Giga, and Tupora.
Ooh, that's the number 10 one that you said there. That guy needs to go up in the rankings by fighting somebody.
That would be a really good fight.
Man, it just kind of sucks for Tupora because then he's just fighting another guy, but then he's not going to have proven himself against the top 10 guy. Right?
And then it was kind of funny how he was also saying last night, he's like, okay, maybe they'll make the Bryce Mitchell fight again. Book me with Bryce Mitchell again. Fuck Bryce Mitchell. Let's move on. Let's get you in the top 10. You know what I mean? Sorry, Bryce. Not fuck you, Bryce. Sorry, Bryce. But yeah, I don't know. I think we got a really interesting weight class right now. And that dude, I would like to see him. He's got max level boxing, I think.
Tupora? Or Mavzar?
Yeah. So I'd like to see him in max.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah. What do you think about Zombie, though? Do you think it should be Max and Zombie? Zombie hasn't fought in forever, right?
And I don't think those two have fought each other.
No, they haven't.
Which is kind of crazy.
It'd be crazy.
So, I mean...
It'd be a fun fan
you know
fight.
What would kind of scare me, though, because I love Max so much? If Zombie beat him.
Dude, that'd be so nuts.
It would be nuts, but it'd be... I would just make the excuse that he's past his prime or something.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited about that.
There's a lot of potential matchmaking there.
Yeah. Weight class is on fire. It's crazy that everyone's coming off a loss, though, too. It's like, what is everyone going to do? Who's going to fight who? We got some new guys coming up, right?
It's still that I love the list because it just makes you appreciate. I feel like the bantamweight class, like we've been saying a lot, is on fire because how many of those guys could be champion right now? Like a lot of these guys that you listed off have been beaten already by champions. So that's really just crazy to me.
I can't wait to see when the updated top 10 comes out. I wonder how it's going to play out. Because I kind of fucked up right there. I forgot to talk about Tupora. Because he's coming off his win.
Yeah.
Dominant win. So that's interesting. That's interesting. And Jessica Andrade's getting work, dude. She's been coming out like a bulldog in her last couple fights. So live by the sword, die by the sword. You know what I mean? Against a really tough opponent.
She got caught, man, with the hands.
Yeah. I'm excited to see her fight for the title.
Is that next up, too? Would Jan just fight for the title?
She's got it. She's got to. I'm excited.
Let's see it.
Strawweight title, baby. Let's go. Bilal Muhammad. Everyone's hating on Bilal Muhammad, dude, versus Gilbert Burns. I love, and again, here's another. This is where the game plans is so awesome. Is when you see two great wrestlers cancel each other out and they stay standing, bro.
Man, it's just what a good fight, and Bilal earned it. You know, that's one of the toughest opponents you can get out there.
Fuck yeah, and he was beating him to the punching every time.
Mm-hmm.
And Gilbert was keep coming forward. Gilbert don't give up. You know what I mean?
And Gilbert's really worked on being a complete mixed martial artist. Just shows how much of a complete mixed martial artist Bilal is.
Yeah, he deserves more respect. He's getting a lot of hate.
He's not just a wrestler guy.
Yeah.
Stand-up's good.
He needs respect. All right, Aljo versus Henry.
Oh, man.
I got to rewatch the fight, dude. I had Aljo 1-5. And I had Henry 2, 3, and 4. Maybe the fourth goes to Aljo. But I do remember thinking going into the fifth, and I think it was a minute into the fifth, Jobins. I'm like, in order to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. And I remember and then I just I'm like, I think Aljo's got this. Because the fourth, I think you can give to either one of them. Mm-hmm. The first I give to Aljo. 2 and 3 I give Henry. 5, what do you think?
That was such a... I mean, it was a split decision, fight. So it's like even the judges had it mixed up. You know, 2 of them had Aljo, 1 has Henry. I'm just as split. I mean, I'd have to see the fight again. It was really technical, and there was a lot of grappling going on, and then there was that time Aljo's doing this head waving stuff, and it's like...
Bro, Henry had only been taken down 1 time before that, and Aljo got him down. We need to talk about that.
Damn near had him doing the splits. Yeah. And then he dumped him.
Connor's tweet was fucking hilarious, or Instagram post, whatever it was. That shit was funny as hell. But, dude, I think I'm going to give this is my bold statement about Aljo versus Sean. Aljo's coming for Sean's neck and back. That's the game plan. He ain't going to strike with Sean.
No.
There ain't no way. And them teep kicks are coming. Sean's so quick. And here's watching the Henry and Aljo fight, I'm sitting there going, and I've been getting shit on people like, oh, you're a yes man, Schmitty, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're so biased. Fuck you guys. You know what I mean? I know Sean. I've watched him so much, and I've watched him in live training so many times now. I see it. I can hear it when it cracks. You know what I mean?
Right.
Those guys they weren't moving the way Sean moves. They were staring at each other, looking at each other the whole time, cracking. And it was a great fight. I loved the fight. It was such a good, fun fight, and I am going to give them the respect to that. Respect to Henry coming off that. Was he really? You know what I mean? He was still in the gym. Let's be real. You know what I mean? He looked good. And Aljo looked really good, and they brought it. There was tension between them, and they both brought it. Neither one of them gave up.
You know, and I wanted to just add, because Joe Rogan even mentioned it at one point in the fight. He's like, let's remember that Henry, fought at flyweight, and Aljo's never cut down to 125 for obvious reasons.
Right.
But it's like, our boy is bigger than these guys too.
Both of them.
Which always gets me pumped up. I'm like, damn, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, and then the like you said, dude, the stand-up game, he's going to grapple all day probably.
He's
going to try to avoid that.
He's going to want to. He's going to want to go out and... Oh,
he's a good fighter though, and everything's been gets taken super serious.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people underestimate Sean's grappling. It's just because he's barely got to show it.
That is such a good point. Yeah, when you get products to people you rock with.
Yeah, our boy's got hips, and when he shocks the world by getting up, if Aljo even does get him down, you know what I mean? Because I see Sean circling, getting out of the way, keep moving. Aljo's really gonna have to pressure him. I think Sean stays long and finds that chin, finds the body. I can't wait.
It's gonna be a hell of a event.
Yeah, but I know. I just hope. I hope Aljo makes the weight cut again. I hope it actually happens. I can't get too excited. I know Sean got in the cage last night. Jobins were all fucking excited. We're like, oh, it's gonna happen. But I just really hope it happens. They're saying for August
or September.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Aljo's a great name, and again, respect to Henry. He's like Alex, man. The little guys going up different weight classes and fighting the bigger guys.
I'm a short guy too. I feel like I was learning from his strength with the hips too, and getting off those clinch scenarios where a lot of steam could have been taken, a lot of energy. But I mean, you probably still use a lot of energy to do the strength moves of just getting out of those. Those escapes were nice though.
It was a little comical. I'm sorry, Henry. It's just Henry's figure and like his hair and just his figure. But him being on top of Aljo was a little comical. And him like dominating it, you know what I mean? Just like this little guy on a big guy, which is really cool. It's like it would be comical to see you dominating me. Comical, but then at the same time amazing because you're like that's where technique and experience comes in.
Yeah. What a hell of a fight though.
Yeah.
Definitely super hard to judge. I was giving it to Henry too, but again, I have to rewatch it.
Yeah, I need to rewatch it.
The significant strikes, I think, were on Aljo's side. So
I was thinking Henry at first, but yeah, I definitely want to rewatch it. When Sean got in, that was really fun. We all knew that he was getting ready to do it, so I was all excited waiting.
Freaking Marab being his little goon, Aljo's little goon.
It was
the
funny.
coat.
It was fun.
It is funny, but it's like, oh, you little shit starter.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Now in comments, whenever like I say things on Instagram, boy, do people come at me hard. So I can't. It's like I can't even have fun and say shit anymore. You know what I mean? Let's just let me have fun too, because Marab would look ugly in that jacket. Sean looks cool. Like Sean's with his glasses. Whenever you see a UFC post a photo of him in the jacket, it's really fucking cool. And then Marab just looked ugly, but it was also funny at the same time because he looked like a little kid. He ran around with that jacket, got on top of the fence. You know what I mean? He was loving it.
Do you think our boy's stoicism was tested?
Well, I think he was all fired up from Aljo. You know what I mean? And then Marab, on top of having his jacket, who knows what that little fucker was saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To make Sean flip him off, you know what I mean? He was probably saying some shit. So in the heat of the moment, that's how that's going to be. Sean's a fighter. Fuck stoicism in that moment.
Yeah.
Because I would give him credit that he did have stoicism because he didn't knock all these motherfuckers out.
That's funny. Yeah,
you know what
100%.
I mean? Yeah. So, and people are like, oh, Marab stole his jacket. You can clearly see in the video, Sean he literally hands it right to him and he's not even paying attention to who he's handing it to. Literally handed it right to him. Marab takes it, literally puts it right on. They're all laughing. Even fucking, what's his name? Is standing right behind him who sells houses. He's on our poster.
Al Iaquinta.
Yeah, Al Iaquinta.
So I knew what you meant when you said South.
Yeah, Al's laughing behind him. Dana was like, oh, I didn't like it. Did you see that? He's like, oh, I've had better ideas. That wasn't even bad. People were saying that it was like WWE shit. Sean's like, gotta do something better than that. I can't. Better do something better than that. I can't wait to see him. Because I'm going to yell that to him all the time. As soon as I see him, I can't wait. A lot of fun. It makes it a lot of fun. I told Sean, I was like, dude, you got to get in there and do something crazy to make this motherfucker stay in this weight class. Because I just have a feeling he ain't doing it. I knew Henry would be like, Sean O'Malley, let's go. But, and why did Aljo look like he was about to cry a couple times? He'd say some shit and look at Sean. I was like,
maybe he's a crier when he gets super emotional and charged up. Some people are like that.
Yeah, dude. That was fun. I thought Sean killed it. Press conference, he said what he needed to say. Our boy gets in and he gets out.
Yeah, what an event.
And another thing about Sean is people think, like, when you're Connor, like, remember how Connor was when he first started? And how he was saying the right things and he was so motivated because he didn't have anything and he wanted it all.
Right.
And then you get it all, right? And you got everything. And we could see it, that, you know, a lot of people think that he's lost it because he has everything. Where I think that's the complete opposite for Sean. Sean already has everything he wants early in his career, before he's even champ. How many people have that happen in their UFC career? How many people have the $1 million deals, sponsors, clothing, YouTube channel, gaming channel? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I like to think that, you know, Top G stuff, he's like, that's not everything that he wants yet.
Oh, well, that's where I'm exactly getting at.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, no, you're just.
Let me
okay.
finish you.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. Because he has all that, and what he wants the most is the championship. Yeah. Let's get to it now.
Yeah, I'm so
no,
sorry.
it's
hey,
okay.
we just have the same mind sometimes.
Yeah, I know. No, we do.
You were gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna spit some fire shit, but it's all good.
Oh man, I messed up.
No, it's okay. At the end of the day, Sean wants it. Still is so hungry as fuck. He wants it.
Because there's always more to achieve.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Boom. All right, Guardians 3 review.
Okay.
You give me yours.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. There was a lot of good going for it, but then there was some drawbacks, some things that I didn't care for too much, maybe possible spoilers alert. But
don't give too much spoilers.
Yeah,
Let's
I won't give any spoilers, but I just always want to say it as a disclaimer. I would give it, honestly, at the end of the day, with everything going, the narrative and the special effects, everything, when you put everything together and you make it a movie, I give it a 7.7.
Damn, way higher than me.
Oh, really?
I gave it a 6.5.
6 point. Jeez, this movie wasn't very good then, huh?
I mean, 6.5 is decent in my scale of movies. Decent.
You watched a 6.5?
I'd watch a 6. I did watch a 6.5 because, and I'm also comparing it to the other ones. I don't think it was the strongest. Everyone's saying it's the best Marvel movie. I think that's just this marketing sell. I don't think it was the best. I thought, I'm getting people like, oh, Schmitty, you're so down. I thought the costumes were really cool. All the different creatures, they always look really cool, and they're always creative with it.
Yeah.
The action scenes were awesome. The good fighting scenes were actually fun. I really liked Rocket and his storyline and all his little buddies. I didn't like the story between Quill and Gamora. Didn't like that.
Oh, that relationship aspect.
Yeah, I won't spoil anything. Just didn't like it. Wasn't vibing off that. And also the ending, I just felt it had its climax, right? But it also felt like it didn't. And I kind of have like everyone, oh, it's our last Guardians. Yeah, it's probably our last Guardians of the Galaxy, but we're still gonna probably see some of them again, right?
I think so. Maybe. Yeah. Who knows?
They were talking about a Groot and Rocket spinoff.
You know what a big complaint I had with the film was?
What
Jobins, and this has happened like several times throughout the film, is his James Gunn's like over reliance on like soundtrack. When you have the Guardians walking, like, okay, let's have all of them lined up walking, and let's play a great song that everyone loves. And I feel like they did it a lot of like so many times that I was like, this is like a James Gunn trope. Like this happens frequently throughout this film. And it's just like, oh, I love this song. Ooh, I love this song. And then it's a whole bunch of guys walking. Thanks, James, for creating that. Now every movie we got to see is going to have 20 sequences of great songs and people walking.
The second one,
slow motion, cool.
I think the songs are what make the movie so awesome with James Gunn. I disagree with your whole thing.
Yep.
And in the second one, Brenden, they fought that aliens that were used again in the third one. That's now their friends that they're riding, like your little Dune buddy. You know what I mean? But in the beginning of Guardians 2, there was a whole fight sequence with that song. Da-da, hey, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was fun. But yeah, I can see what you mean with the walking. This was like the final one. I thought it was a good intro one. I was like, oh, that's sick.
And maybe
they get me with it.
Maybe I'm being a hater there too. I just wanted to point it out.
Well, I could be a hater. You could be a hater. Everyone's a hater about something.
That's one of my big drawbacks of the film. Yeah. I was like, James, come on, you're better than that.
I kind of felt like the story could have been focused on something a little more. Like, I guess it is the ending of Guardians, so like let's focus in on the Guardians. I guess that makes sense in that aspect. But then at the same time, like, I didn't feel like there was a saving the day. I guess there was with the one bad guy, but it just didn't feel like there was a saving the day.
Yeah.
Guardians.
I liked the bad guy too. The high evolutionary played by Chukwudi Iwuji.
Yeah.
Good
actor.
That guy is a good actor.
Great actor.
Because I really didn't like him. He was super evil.
Yeah. The movie was dark. It was very dark sometimes, which I enjoyed. I liked the darkness.
Man, and
how many times did you almost cry?
Chris Pratt, Jobins, he had great performances.
Oh yeah, well, yeah.
There was that one scene which I won't say, but man, I almost cried.
Yeah, there's a couple times I was like, wow.
I was like, wow, he can act.
Yeah, wow, he can act. Damn, you got anything else for the Jobins, brother? That's all I got.
Damn, we went over the Amazon.
Oh, I did have one more story about AI because AI is just freaking me out all the time. And this guy got fucking scammed, Jobins, by what he thought was his daughter, but it was a scammer who got $600 from him. If that would you fall for that?
Man, I mean, think about this. If the AI is so sophisticated that it's doing like my daughter's mannerisms, and it's like, oh my God, this is my daughter on the other.
But does
on
she
the other
ask
end.
for $600 often?
Never, probably not.
Because that's the scary part. Because he's like freaking out. He's like, she has a crack in her voice that is very distinguishable, and it had it. Like he was like terrified. You know what I mean? Like this dude's fucked. And I'm like, okay, so if the AI knows my life, everyday life existence, and it knows that maybe I do ask for money a little bit, and it somehow could get someone to scam just little bits of money. You know what I mean? Like if mom or dad throws you $500 for rent, and it always knows that. But then like I would be smart enough, like I didn't take out.
Can I say something to what you just said there? I would be smart enough.
To
This
know.
guy, and think of this. This guy's getting interviewed by someone, and he's going to say it was the same crack in the voice because he doesn't, and this is something that happens with a lot of people who get frauded, a strong sense of shame. So he's probably going to skew things so that he doesn't have to take the responsibility of doing something stupid. So if he says the excuse, the AI was so sophisticated that it even had that same crack in its voice that my daughter had, I guarantee that crack in the voice
No one
never
does
even
that.
took place. But due to the fact that you feel shame from being, duped, you're going to say things and maybe even imagine things being played out a little differently.
Oh, you got a point there. That maybe. Yeah,
Like-
but then again, what if the fucking AI is that good and it fucking cracked her voice? Her voice is always cracking. AI's like, this bitch's voice is always cracking.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm like, dude, if you get a call from me, I'm like, yo, Brenden, can I get $700? And
Right.
and it makes you think that it's me. I would hope that you're smart enough to go, he never does this. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I know.
And that you would ask certain questions because now we got to do this. This is the thing now. It's not no more just phone calls and emails. Now you're going to get a phone call from me that isn't me, that sounds like me, asking for shit. But it might not be $700. What if it's like, yo, hey, dude, bro, we should go to the baseball game this weekend. You want to go to the baseball game? Me, you, and Brock and Sono? And you're like, oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah,
Fuck
dude.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
He's like, all right, dude. I'm like, yo, buy those tickets and when I get home, I'll give you the money. And you're just like, well, hell yeah.
How would you scam me? I would buy the tickets and it'd be in my Apple
Dude,
wallet.
AI making
I wouldn't
fucking
even. I would
Apple-
never transfer them to you.
You're right. But maybe AI. You're right. But maybe AI is smarter than this. Okay, baseball tickets were a bad example due to the phones.
Yeah. I'd be like, I got them on my Apple wallet. When we do this, and then you're just like, now send them to this link.
Yeah, hey, can you? Yo, can you send me the link? Because I'll meet you guys there. I'll get it. Okay, bad one. Sometimes you got good ones. Sometimes you got bad ones.
Thank you, Apple Wallet. Now, if they hack my Apple Wallet, I'm in
Yeah.
trouble. I live off that thing.
But what if they're like, okay, what if it's like, dude, can I just get a little bit of money tonight? Go on a date? Can I get like $50? Go on a date with this girl?
Dang.
Can you send it? Can you zell it to me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna happen. It's happening. So yeah, AI's crazy.
Yeah. That would be scary.
There was a meeting at the White House with AI people. Fucking, what's his name?
Elon.
What's Steve Jobs' partner's guy? Wawowski.
Oh, Steve.
Wow. What the fuck is his name?
Wazowski. Steve. Well, damn it. Steve was Wazowski.
Yeah.
Now I can't say it either. Now I can't say it. Steve W. The
Yeah.
guy that does the tech side of it.
Yeah, the genius.
Yeah.
Even he's like, dude, no, this isn't good. And he's saying it's not good because, like, the fraud, there's going to be so many things that we're just not ready for.
Dude, when Steve Wozniak says some shit like that, that's scary.
Yeah, well, because you got people who make things crazy. And that's what scared me at first when they're like, oh, yeah, it's only going to be as evil as we make it. and then I'm like, well, what kind of horror statement is that?
Yeah. What's going on in Ukraine right now?
Yeah, like, humans are pretty evil. Like, we've done pretty evil things.
Mm-hmm.
That's
why we have to create good AI, too.
Yeah, dude.
People are only as good as AI makes them. So we can have, like, some saintly people.
Like, should we just
AI
cheat
wars.
the Jobins and just be like, yo, let's make an AI to where we just type we type a little essay into the AI of what we want this podcast to be about and certain things, and we just hit enter, and then it seems like us, and it sounds like us, and it's better than us.
That's, oh man. See, I don't like thinking about being replaced by AI. Too.
Well, dude, Jobins, this is what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? I'm kind of freaking. This is what the worst kind of thought, but I work at Sprouts, and I do a lot of work for minimum pay, right? And they add and add and add and add. And so many people are unhappy. And I think, okay, if that's happening here, and I saw it at the movie theater, you've seen it at your grocery store, that's pretty much everywhere. In these jobs, like my job, I feel can be easily replaced by a robot. Machines can clean themselves. You can just have someone in there that puts something in, the machine cleans themselves. A machine can cut meat, and a machine can dish out portions of fucking food. Not a hard job. But then when you got someone like me, where you got to help the customers, I got to make sub sandwiches, I got to make sure that I got enough food put out on the front for just chicken, sandwiches, salads, sliced meat, sliced cheeses, and then I got to clean everything until we close. You know what I mean? That's a lot. So and I've seen so many people come and go, right? So how long until people don't want to do those jobs anymore? We're getting OnlyFans. Girls can just go make racks on racks on racks on OnlyFans, which I'm not dogging. Well,
yeah, right.
Not dogging.
But what effects will that have on society in the future? Well, we don't even know about.
Yeah, we can make podcasts. If you got a successful podcast, we can make ourselves successful ourselves.
Right.
Gaming,
another avenue.
People can game. You can create. There's going to be more. There's just going to be more. So when you got people wanting to do that kind of shit more than this kind of shit, well, that's just replaced by robots. So all these little minimum jobs replaced by robots. Now I'm a little freaked out for these writers because back when the writer strike last happened, which was interesting because I didn't realize it because I just didn't watch TV back then. But when the writer strike first happened, reality shows spiked and all the other shows kind of died down because people weren't writing for them and people were going off reality. So now it's interesting too, because with the strike going on, it's like, okay, now you got YouTube that's successful. So people are watching YouTube more than TV.
Right.
These late night shows are gone. You got a lot of famous movies. Stranger Things got delayed. Just big shows, all delayed due to writing, right? And now all of a sudden, you guys are going on strike when AI is coming around. When now...
Right. Hey, let's have AI write up the next season of Stranger Things. And guess what? I bet it would be amazing.
And because the way greed works in this world and all people who are in control.
Hey, you got a point.
Yeah. Everyone in control should just have greed tattooed on their forehead because they are.
Yeah.
When it comes down, if I'm in, Jobins, are we all guilty? If we were all in those positions, how would each one of us be? I don't know because I'm not in the position. I don't know. So here I am talking shit, but would I be the same? I don't know.
It's an interesting question to pose.
Yeah. But you got these guys who are sitting there going, all my writers are on strike and they want millions of dollars for writing, which creativity, working hard to write is such a fucking skill. And to be good at it, you do deserve the money. You are just as big as any part of the movie making, as the actor, as a director. You know what I mean? So they deserve it. But now I'm thinking, okay, this is where I get scared because it's like, okay, big greedy guy going, should I pay millions of dollars to these writers or should I just type in a paragraph hire my little assistant Jimmy here to type a paragraph about a movie that I think would be a good idea? I'll just have two people, a little paragraph writer guy, and I'll find someone to find me funny people to come up with movie ideas. And then we just type it in the fucking computer, and AI is going to make not only one, but it can make 1 million of them, 1 million versions of that one script that are good.
Dude, you know what my biggest fear is? All of what you just said is that how it's going to affect human beings and like how we're going to like be substituting our creativity for AI. It's like people are going to be turning slowly into the robots, into the machines, because they're not going to have very big imaginations. Because we've lent it all to the AIs.
That's where it's like, do we drop the phones? Do you drop the phone and go back to being like I don't know. Nature smart.
No, you see,
There's street smart. Remember back in the day, street smart versus book smart?
that's still a thing.
Well, what you like in the is it gonna be a thing? Because if you don't have to be creative, if you don't have to
Oh, right.
if
Your
you're
street smarts are gone.
and the book smarts, because no one's using books. It's AI. The AI knows all the books. The books are in a category in the AI.
Yeah.
It's just books.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't go backwards in time. You know, you can only embrace the technologies at hand and then try to realize how they're having effects on you. That's what we all need to put more emphasis on. And I got this book by Nicholas Carr, not with me, it's at my house in St. Louis, about neuroplasticity, the changing of the brain from emerging technologies.
Well, that's already gonna happen too.
Oh, yeah. It's happening constantly at a gradual pace. It's evolution.
I just wonder if we'll see in our lifetime if we'll be able to live forever. If they'll be able to do something where we're like, yeah, you can live forever. It'll cost a motherfucking penny. It's gonna cost a penny. Like you're pretty much gonna be rich. You gotta be rich, probably.
You might live forever, but are you really living?
I mean, that's up to the individual.
Yeah.
You're either one happy motherfucker or you're gonna be one sad motherfucker.
Man, but the human psyche and because we don't know so much about the brain. How do we even know how the brain's going to be impacted living that long?
And this is what I'm talking about, man. If we're just all getting this AI, what does the government have? Because guess what? Bicentennial Man came out fucking 20 years ago, and that movie is happening.
You know what?
You tell me.
Governments are the least of our worries. It's the corporations that are really just the powerful ones, you know?
Yeah.
And that's scary because their business model and the competitive edge that corporations need to have over each other is going to have unchecked shit happen, dude. And when the private corporations are developing AI for the benefit of themselves and profit and for their shareholders, you got problems.
And when you got some Joe Schmo, Rick and Morty motherfucker in his garage working on AI, who knows what that's going to be like?
That's true. And systems, it's so much, dude.
Yeah. A lot of good fraud. A lot of people are going to be creative in fraud, 100%.
Deep fakes.
Deep fakes. If you're a political figure and you're trying to do an agenda against another agenda, good luck. You know what I mean?
There's still good stuff, too, though. Still good stuff, too. It's a beautiful day out.
We got a little dark.
Sun's in 6.
Sun's in 6. Sean and Tim are on their way back. I can't wait to see them pick their brains about some shit. What do you got going on for the rest of the day? It's Sunday?
Man, I got to definitely get laundry done at some point.
Yep.
Gonna clean around the house and just try to do productive shit today.
Yeah. It's going to be a good day. I got some editing to do, clean some shit, chores. Maybe go next weekend, Jobins. Big weekend next weekend. We got a couple buddies fighting on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple buddies competing in jiu-jitsu on Saturday or Sunday? Sunday? I think it's Sunday. Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So big fucking weekend next weekend. A lot of dubs are about to fucking happen. Big things for Tim's gym and all the Jobins. They work fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to all you guys at the gym. I love you guys. There's so many. How many? You know what I mean?
A lot of
Brothers.
good people, family. You
know what I
It's
mean?
definitely a great place.
Oh my God.
And we're rooting for all of you come with the weekend.
And it's really cool to see how hard everyone works. Like the more I go, I'm just an observer. You know what I mean? I love to observe. And people work hard in that gym. And not only do they work hard, they care about each other. No egos. If there is egos, it's little silly egos. Like, oh, I didn't tap. Like, you know what I mean? Just something where like little somethings that don't even are nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's just no egos. And when you got people who are wanting to just better everyone and better themselves, dude.
The confidence, too, that comes with knowing, hey, I have prepared for this. I have been training. That's going to take away that ego, too, of that fake confidence. It's real confidence because they really do put the work in, like you said.
Yeah, and I work with some of the best people on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's a really cool experience. Blessed. Super blessed.
Definitely.
So, yeah. Shout out to you, Jobins. We love you. Shout out to all you guys commenting and subscribing. We will see you next episode. Stay safe out there.
Peace, Jobins.